So in this video we're going to learn about how we can save and select and finally draw our Zimo robot kit. Okay, so we will put assignment for you as we've said in the previous video. So first before doing that, first of all I'll show you how to use the move tool, because that would be very important for you. Okay, so before let's learn about the other tool over here. This rectangle on this axis. Then we've learned about how we've used these push and pull tool, right? So you go up, you go down, whatever you want. Okay, you can't go left or right here. That would have to have another face. Okay, now it could be this face, you can go that direction. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, which way you want to go. Okay, or it can be just a face. Okay, so your you see there's a direction coming in from the center, this blue, then yeah, this is how it's working. Okay, so let's just keep it here for now. So remember, we have to make two press all the time. Okay, then we will use how we can move. Let's say, for example, you want to move this thing over here. Okay, so what do we do? So first of all, we select. Okay, now when you select, when you press this, you see this dotted lines, right? So you're selecting only one face, you're not selecting the whole object. Okay, so how do you select the whole object? So you press 3 times. Okay, so what do? You press 3 times. Okay, you press 3 times. So for example, let's look at this one now. We're gonna press 3 times over here. So this is selecting this 1, 2, 3, these blue ones, right? But we want the whole thing, so we press it like 2-3 times. Now the whole object is selected. So what do? We need to press the move tool. So where is our move tool? It's in this scaling. You can even scale it if you want. So you can uniformly scale this. For example, look at this. We're scaling it uniformly, or you could scale it in this direction or that direction. It's pretty amazing, right? Like I love this Google SketchUp. Then okay, for example, we're done with the scaling. Let's go in here. We can use the rotate tool. Okay, like okay, no, sorry, we can't really use this one here. So you have to put the whole plane in perspective. Okay, see how we're rotating it with respect to that. Okay, I will tell you more about this later. Okay, so you see our plane, so you press it 1 time, then on the green axis you see how things are moving, right? So it's kind of amazing. Oh, it's overlapping one of the other, right? Let's make it rotate. Okay, sorry for making a little bit drowsy for you. Okay, so let's go back to our move tool. Okay, so this is the move tool. As you can see, it's kind of certain, right? So what you could do is you could move your thing, and as you've noticed, we've got these black line over here, right? So we've got the black line because it says this thing has been moved from its previous position. Okay, you can even move it again. You can even move it close, far, wherever you want. Okay, it's your literally it's your place. You can design whatever you want. Okay, it's your world. Design something amazing, and do make sure to post it in our group, in the Adama Robotics Facebook group. We would love to see your work, like what you're gonna finish. Okay, I think it's going to be amazing, right? And so another thing you would want to do is, for example, we want to bring this one near to this line, right? It will say which axis it's going, it will say which direction, right? If you want to create something amazing, something more beautiful, right? So we've created one house over here. So for example, let's you see how we are moving it in direction, right? So let's not hang our house in the air, let's just put it in the ground. And now, for example, scale the house a little bit more again. Okay, so from this center you can widen it up, you can increase uniformly, you can increase on the top, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so this is one of the directions. Okay, now I would like to push one of these sides, okay, just to increase it a little bit more. Now you see it's created 2 different faces because I've extended it, right? So if you want to go back, you could just press this over here. Okay, now so another thing you need to remember is you see we've got these this box over here, right? So we want to create something out of it, so we will push this side to create something then press 2 times, then you press 1 time again, then you change your perspective, then you can see from any view whatever you want. Okay, okay, if you press a double 2 times, it's going to decrease or increase whatever it does. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to select another plane. Okay, so let's select this plane, then you can push or pull again if you want. Okay, I mean, it depends on you, it's your house, it's your thing, right? So I mean, do whatever you want with this thing. Then we select this face, then we use the push tool again. Let's bring it to the same height, and now we need to draw some of the we will use a paint tool just in a moment. Let's draw the doors for this house again as well. So for example, this is the rectangle, 1 press here and the 2nd press here, so it pulls up our door over here, right? Then we might want a window over here. Let's just make a big one. Another important thing, so when moving this, so sometimes you could just select it. We don't want to scale it, so what we want to do is we want to move it, right? So you select the face and you move it up, down, wherever you want, okay, from the previous position. So this at this point it looks better. Sorry, I need to press 2 times. Okay, and on here on the other side, I might create another window maybe. Let's create another. I like to use this rectangle actually. I haven't used the other one, but I might just try it now. Why not just try, right? What's the harm in it? So you could just if you do not like to use these every time, you could just learn the shortcuts. Okay, so I will put some resources on the downloads menu so you can learn about those shortcuts. Okay, now let's use the other tool, the line tool over here. So how can you use it? So let's say I'm taking it from the edge, I'm drawing a line over here, right, from this edge, or you can draw anywhere you want. Okay, so it's better you draw on a straight line from here to here, then we'll come to this other side, then from here to here, right? Then I can't really see it from here, then from here to here. Okay, now imagine I want to move one of the houses far away, right? So what do? Do you remember? We select the whole house, right? So triple click. Okay, now you take the move tool, you can bring it to the other side. So imagine you want to put them, design a whole city, you want to design something, you want to put them next to each other, right? Okay, or you can even take it on top of the other one. Okay, so for example, change the perspective and you bring it on top of the other one, right? That's the thing, guys, that's the thing. And once you're done, so for example, let's draw a different kind of building. Okay, a hanging building. Okay, let's do it in this manner. Let's bring the other one on top. Okay, so now let's select this one. So we've selected it. Let's take the move tool, so you can even go inside the other one. Okay, you can overlap them, which is kind of weird. Okay, let's not do that. Let's go on top of the other one. Yeah, it's too small now, so let's bring it up. It's facing a little problem right now. The thing is, you see, I'm not actually attaching them, because once you attach them, what happens is the SketchUp things, they become a single face. Okay, for example, I'll give you an example here right now. So let's leave that for now over here. So let's draw another rectangle to understand better how things are working here, and then we use the push tool. Okay, then we draw another rectangle over here. Okay, then we again use the push tool. Right now, what we would do is we're gonna add both of them together. Okay, so how do we add them? So for example, one face, triple click the whole face. Okay, then you move it, then you add it right over here. Okay, so okay, so for example, it's not straight, but still I think it should give you the understanding of what's happening over here. Okay, now for example, once we're done with it, okay, so let's say we go back to other house, and now we come back to this thing again. Now see, when you press this triple click, it selects the whole thing instead of just one, right? So you can understand like what's happening here. Like the whole thing is now same thing, I mean a same object. Okay, you can't really differentiate it, so it's better you always create them as an object. Okay, so we will tell you more about it in the later videos. Okay, so you see how you can use the move tool. Then we've got our Josh is still here. Okay, and in this one we're also going to learn a little bit about putting paints. Okay, so let's get rid of these objects first, so we can just right click, and then we can erase, you can cut, you can paste, whatever you want. Okay, so I will just you can flip along in different direction, you can reverse faces, you can intersect, you can make group, make components. Okay, area you can select as well. So let's just erase them. Okay, we don't need it now. And for example, for the one on the top, so first of all we will select it, the whole thing, then we'll group it. Okay, so make group. Okay, so now it's a group. Now every time you go here, you can right click entity info, you can go from here. Okay, so let's just press entity info. So in group one in model, so the material is basically default. You see it's gone when we press it that way. Now we have to get it back again. You can select the layers from here. Okay, let's get back that again. Okay, and here again we will select the faces, whatever you want to do. This is now selecting the whole group, so let's bring our house down again on the floor. Oh, sorry, it's not on the floor yet. Yeah, I think it's on the floor now. And now once we change our perspective, you can come in here and use the paint, and you can literally take brick, whatever material, you can choose the paint. Like for example, if we painted it in red, the house looks red, it's kind of ugly. Yellow is still not that good. You could come into this material that you're gonna choose in different colors. You can find out whatever you want. No one wants a green home. I mean, everyone wants a green home. We want to save energy. You see how it's brightened up, right? So that's how you can understand how you can work with these objects over here. Okay, so for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at on the next one for our Zemo kit. Okay, so we were supposed to look at that one in this one, but yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys.